Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Hope you're having a good one. What's good? What's good? What's good? So yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Tonight's poll question: did CZ try to get a pardon by offering to sell a piece of Binance.us? That is current reporting. We'll get into it in a little while. I know you guys are really, really interested in that. That's a little bit nuts, if you ask me. But that is tonight's question. Just going through to make sure I have everything closed. Oh, yeah. Be helpful if I close that too. There you go. So, I'll say it one more time because people are probably in shock. Did CZ try to get a pardon by selling a piece of Binance.us? Can anybody say wow? I'm just putting it out there. Hey, Paula, you did your research. Thank you very much for doing that. Thank you very much for investing in yourself. Whenever you do research, you're not investing in me. You're investing in yourself. And I'm just trying to push you to do that. Now, what's going on news-wise? News-wise, excuse me. Hackers target prominent crypto news platform DB. And they used it to spread a whole bunch of information about Donald Trump meme coin. And it caused a 20% surge in the coin and fluctuation for Hyperliquid. Something else that they were trying to do. That's nuts. That's nuts. And of course, what platform was that on? I'll give you three guesses. Three guesses. Yeah, it was X. Again, I'm going to go after every single company out there when we launch our social media platform to say, listen, we've got a social media platform and we're working really hard to make sure that it is safe. Why don't you come over here? You've got accounts everywhere. You might as well have an account over here. Yo, aloha 8 pause. Did you do your homework? That should be like the new thing. When you say hello, you should let us know if you've done your homework. If you've invested in yourself. Actually, I'm going to change the question. Did you invest in yourself today? Because our definition of investing in yourself is doing a minimum of 15 minutes of investment research. I think that's the way I'm going to ask the question from now on. All hands say aye. Aye. Yeah, there you go. Then you have traditional financial companies starting to think about doing their own stable coins. I reported this before because there were rumors about Bank of America looking into, doing their own stable coin. And I'm sitting back and I'm just saying, why? Imagine every bank out there having its own stable coin. Sounds a little loopy? Yeah. I think that we're going to see a surge in stable coins. And I think that the winner of that surge in stable coins is going to wind up being Tether. I know it sounds crazy, but I think that's what's going to happen. I think there's going to be, wow. I think there's going to, I'm just looking at one of the emojis that somebody put up, that 8 pause put up, and it's crazy cool. I invested in myself. That's what I'm talking about. 8 pause invested in themselves. That's what's up. So imagine every major bank having its own stable coin. To what end is going to be the question. Why? What are they going to get out of it? How are you going to use it? Who else is going to use it? Just where are you going to use it? If you're going to do your own stable coin, does that mean you're also going to do, if you're in the United States, if you're based in the United States, does that mean you're also going to, custody crypto? Does that mean you're going to custody crypto yourself? Or are you going to do what all the ETFs did, which is cut a deal with a centralized exchange? Or, which is a long shot, but I think it can happen. Or are you going to buy a crypto platform? I think that anybody on the table that is a small exchange with reliable tech is up for grabs. I'm saying it now. I've said it before. I think they're going to be up for grabs. Yo, AC Power into his house. And thank you for investing in yourself, sir. Also, to my big baggers, I believe a few of you got emails. Have you verified? Let me know if you received an email and if you verified on the new platform. That'd be awesome. And if you did, log into the new platform, see what's there, poke around. Not everything's perfect. We're getting there. But I think you're going to start seeing things when you hop onto the new platform. We still have to, update the content and everything else. We're working on that piece now. But I wanted you to see the functionality, as well as I want you to see the private space that we have for big baggers. Nice, right? Leroy, what's good? Thank you for letting me know that you invested in yourself. That's what I'm talking about. From now on, I'm not gonna ask you if you've done your own research. I'm gonna ask you if you've invested in yourself. Because our definition of investing in yourself is doing a minimum of 15 minutes of investment research. So that's what I'm going to ask every day. And when everybody says, hey, when somebody raises their hand and says, hey, what do you mean by investing in yourself? I want one of the community members to answer the question. Because that means we're welcoming a new member, a new subscriber. And I want them to get to know the rules. And that's one of the rules. If you were going to be a member of this in this community, you're already saying I'm taking the time to invest in myself. So now the next step is doing that research. That's further investment in yourself. That's what's up. It's further investment in you and yours. I'm just saying. Just gonna put that out there for you. What else do we have? We have the SEC considering an Invesco Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF proposal to be launched on CBOE as BZX. Wow. Actually, CBOE BZX Exchange has filed a proposed rule change. And this is what I was talking about last night. They filed that 19B? I think it's a 19B. That would be interesting. So we're waiting. Oh, snap. Flavio, what's good? Flavio is in Italy. Yo, what's going on? Yeah. Flavio's been listening for a long time. Flavio's message. Hello, everybody from Italy. Always investing in looking for how and when of big news. Wow. Hat tip to you, Flavio, because that was good. That was really good. Rick Ritchie, what's good in the house, man? What's good? Holy moly. Somebody saying, Tom Lee is saying that the Trump tariffs could have an impact on Bitcoin's future. Famous investor Tom Lee believes the equities market overreacted to the Trump administration tariffs. No. Anywho, and that U.S. Federal Reserve may start cutting rates due to decreasing inflation measures. We got two reports. CPI, PPI came in lighter than expected. And those are just two indicators that could lead the Fed in the next meeting to actually lower rates. I will tell you now, the Fed normally does not act on two pieces of information. They act on a lot of information. But it does increase the chances that the Fed could lower rates. If the Fed lowers rates, that could actually make the markets happy and make things move up. Now, I will also say that there has been a lot going on that, to me, has artificially moved the markets, right, in a negative fashion. And that also causes all this information to flow. So I'm wondering, if they lower rates, what could the impact be? Leroy Tice in the house. Got email and verified. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far of the big baggers that are verified. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. AC Power, did you get your email? Rick Ritchie, did you get your email? And did you follow through on verifying? Because I know the emails went out. Hey, Leroy, why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you log into the site and drop a note in the Big Baggers feed? Just saying. Hey, I'm just asking for a friend. The whole idea is we're going to bang on the site. We're going to see how it works. And as we continue, offering more things on the site, then we'll open it up to the general public. See? Oh, and it's members only, of course. Members only, of course. Why? Because if you make a site members only, most people that own bots don't want to pay. No, and you also check spam. Do me a favor. You have the email address. Send me an email and let me check to make sure that we have the right email for you. But I'd be surprised that we didn't, because we sent it out. I'm not going to say your email address over, out loud. I'm just saying. But we've got a lot of people that actually have gone over and checked it out. So yeah, Leroy. Yeah. I don't actually see that you're in there. Okay. But drop me an email so I can verify and we can get your email out. If not tonight, we'll send it out tomorrow. But at least we know that people are getting email, so I'm happy about that. Whoever got the email, do me a favor, stop by, drop a note, and just say hello even. That would make me happy. That would thrill me at the moment. You'll see the link for the Big Baggers on the left-hand side when you hit the site. What else do we have? We have, wow, the Bitcoin's unexpected strength is actually helping the dollar. Wow. That's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. And I'm not surprised, because Bitcoin rising at all actually does help the dollar. So that's not huge news. It's good news. It's not huge news. I mean, right now, Bitcoin is at 80,000. It's down from 83. So it's been going like this all day. That's cool. I'm not upset about that. That's all right with me. Honestly, it's all right with me. Why? The DCA. For those that don't know what that means, dollar cost averaging. On a regular scheduled basis, you're dropping more money into whatever coins you're interested in. Paul Suick, what's good? Then we've got Aave Labs unveiling a groundbreaking initiative to bring real-world assets into DeFi. Their Horizon initiative proposed a new financial product to bring real-world assets into decentralized finance under a regulatory framework. Stop there. You didn't get an email? Now that's odd. Oh, I know why. Excuse me. Yeah, I know why you didn't get an email. We're working on that. Because on your other account, you didn't punch in your email properly, and we pulled from those accounts on the website that's up right now to create the new accounts over here. So we'll make the correction. That's why I asked you for email, and thank you for sending it. That's on me. I didn't get it done. Thank you, Leroy. So that Aave thing is going to be interesting. Aave is, if you look up Project Guardian, Aave was involved in that. Aave is involved in a lot of things regarding DeFi. They're also involved in a lot of things regarding real-world assets. That Project Guardian real-world asset DeFi thing that they did Ave was there. Ave was a part of it. So yeah, they are legit. They are legit. Do I own some? Do I own a bag? Yes. Rick Ritchie, my man, verified. That's what's up. Drop me a note on the site. Drop me a note on the site, please, sir. That would make me happy. Let me see. So, just checking something. Give me a moment. I'm sorry. What the heck? I got you, AC Power. It just came through. Thank you very much for that. We'll take care of that. But like I said, if I don't take care of it tonight, we'll take care of it tomorrow morning. It'll be fine. But yeah, we'll have you on there. Let's see. Waiting to see if anybody drops any notes on the new site, because that would be hot. That would definitely be hot to see something other than myself. I know of no other email. I only know the one that you gave us. Hold on, let me go over. Where am I? There you go. Then you have Wallet Connect Foundation unveils WCT token and future plans for decentralization. Wallet Connect is a huge player in the Web3 space. Huge. Huge. The only email I have is you telling me you don't have time to watch the video. Really? We'll take care of you tomorrow too. CZ. Now, we'll talk about that later, because I think a lot of people are going to have some feelings about that. In case you just tuned in, did CZ try to get a pardon by selling a piece of Binance.us? Just saying. We'll get to that in a little bit. JP Morgan predicts 70% surge in Bitcoin miner IREN. It's really IREN. And in their shares despite market decline. Why? Upgrading it to overweight despite a 33% year-to-date decline due to Bitcoin's price correction. JP Morgan remains bullish on CleanSpark and Riot, but lowered its rating on Cypher mining due to, to neutral. But IREN got a hike. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Hutanic, you're getting on my nerves. Everybody else has emails. Go look at the rest of the thread. That's actually rude. And it's also because it wouldn't have been late next week. I would have made sure that it was like 3 weeks down the road. But that's just me. That's just me. U.S. Treasury meets crypto custody firms to safeguard $16.4 billion, a $16.4 billion Bitcoin reserve. Supposedly. Allegedly. I'm just saying. I mean, they have a stash right now. So that's where that is. And so they're having discussions. I'm not surprised by that. Right? I'm not surprised by it. Should have been happening. So I'm cool. I'm even cool with it. That's hilarious. Just notes. Let's see. Then you've got Senate advances the Genius Act in a bipartisan fashion. That's actually a big deal. The Genius Act is all about stablecoins. Here's what's crazy. Tether is actually excited about it. I have not read it. Not at all. But I'm shocked that Tether is excited about it. So now I have to go read it to see what does it say that makes Tether excited. See what I mean? Now, let's get back to the news of the night. News of the night. Did CZ actually go for a pardon by saying, I'm willing to sell a piece of Binance.us? Now, he can actually do that. because he owns like what 80-90% of Binance, which owns the bulk of Binance.us. So he's in a position where he could do something like that. I'm wondering if that's true. I'm wondering if that's true. Imagine. Tell me that wouldn't be nuts. Now, he's denying it. Hold on, let me see if I see his post. So, did anybody post? Oh, there's Rick Ritchie. And there's Leroy. No, just refresh. It was here. Thanks. Ha! And I can do that, and I can do that. That's pretty cool. So now we have a space. I mean, don't get me wrong. We still have to make it so that you can reply to replies. And we have to make it so that, you can only have a single reaction to something. So yeah, trying it, man. Trying it. So we're getting there. We're like right there. Flavio, I have a technical question. What is the most useful dApp you've ever seen so far? Flavio goes to the corner tonight. He's the first person to get sent to the corner. His question is, I got to get it out. What is the most useful dApp you've ever seen so far, and why is it on Cardano? I wouldn't be able to tell you that. I don't know. There are a lot of successful dApps. I don't know. I do not know. Wouldn't be able to answer that question. Maybe other people have ideas. I have no idea. None. And why is it on Cardano? I'm not even going to try to. I'm not. You're just trying to be funny. But seriously, do you think CZ said, "Hey, I'd like to get a pardon," and "Hey, would you like to buy a piece of Binance.us?" Because remember, it was just a couple of weeks ago that Binance.us was allowed to restart with using USD. That's huge, and people are wondering. And so the Wall Street Journal, reported it, and he's spending a lot of time saying, "No, that didn't happen." You already served your time. I mean, on one hand, I'm kind of like, you already served your time. What's the big deal? Why do you need a pardon? Is that conviction stopping him from doing something else? And that's why he needs the pardon? But remember, a pardon is an admission of guilt. If you accept a pardon, you are actually admitting guilt. So that one's going to be interesting. Hey, Paula, did you get an email? I'm curious. I'm very curious about that. And Hutanik, you're not going to answer Flavio? Because that was a really good question. That was a really good question. Wow. On so many different levels. So you did post check 1, 2, 3, post check 1, 2, 3. There's a like. That way you know it's there. Paula Motor, you did not get one. Okay, all right. No reason to don't get huffy and puffy. My gosh, sheesh. Some people, boy. Some people. I'm just wondering. And so we know we have to turn on. Is it actually? Oh, it's Ricky. We have to turn on ats so you can do mentions. The feature is actually on. Like we can see it. You guys can't see it yet. We're still testing it. But as soon as we have that on, then you'll be able to do that. Then you'll be able to reply to replies. Yeah, we're like, I told you guys, I've been telling you guys for a long time. We're so close. We're so close. And I don't know. Hutanik might have ticked somebody off, and that's why he's not on yet. He since you don't have no, but we have certain accounts that we're trying to hit. We're trying to hit those accounts first, and then we have other accounts that we're trying to hit because there are two sides. There's the Yahoo side, and then there's the internal side. So we're trying to align everything so everything works properly. So yeah, we'll get to Hutanic. We'll get to who's Hutanic and who else? Hutanic and AC Power. If we don't get to you tonight, we'll absolutely get to you tomorrow. That's for sure. I mean, we have your email addresses, all that good stuff. So yeah, we can take care of that. But I have to tell you, it's actually on it. It's really nice to be able to see posts with not my name, which is really nice. There are a couple of things when you get to the site, when you look at it, if you're a big bagger, you'll look at it and you'll say, oh, well, I can't, when I hover over you, I can't see a pop-up of who you are, all that kind of stuff. I can't mention you just yet. I can have more than one reaction. Okay. But you can only have one of each reaction. So we're still playing with the idea of, should we allow more than one reaction? Because you can like something and be happy about it. You could like something but still not be pleased about it. So we're wondering, but we probably will be like that. I really think that. Oh, I really think that real estate plus insurance plus mortgage would be a real useful DAP. Country by country, maybe? The laws are different. I can't talk about what we have on the roadmap. Only with big baggers. So we have certain things that are coming out that we'll only be announcing to big baggers at the moment, and then those things will come out live at the moment. I'll call back. That's my son. So we'll get it. Maybe I'll go for a drive after the show. That sounds like fun. So hold it. So Leroy posted on the feed and it didn't show up on the big bagger. I posted on the big bagger. I'm on big bagger right now. Leroy, let me see where he posted. Leroy posted on the regular feed, not the big bagger feed. That's where his original post went. So there are two feeds. There's one for big baggers. That's a private group. And then you have the open public feed on the site. Those are the differences. Just putting that out there for you. Check the box if you've ever been convicted. Nope. Not me. No, Big Bagger posts on Big Bagger, and public posts on the public feed. So I saw I even replied to it. Oh, it doesn't automatically refresh. We haven't turned, actually it should have. Thank you so much. Actually, it kind of does. It doesn't, it'll immediately post what you have, the current conversations, but you have to refresh to get, just the same way you have to click on other sites to get the newest stuff. You're actually refreshing that list. The same way it kind of works here. So we're getting there. We're like right now, we don't really have errors. We have things that we want to add polish to. So there's that. So we're working on it. We're definitely working on it. I didn't want to, the whole reason for you guys to be here is because I wanted to make sure that there's a space for you. That's the big deal, right? And now the big baggers actually have their own space. It was here, thanks. I'm just looking to make sure that there's, okay, cool. So everybody's, it's kind of nice. But I'm really wondering about that whole CZ thing, because I can see a track record where it actually was there, and I can see a track record where it wouldn't be. You know what I mean? Like he already served his time. What does he need it? What does he need that pardon for? And then you could figure, well, maybe he's got other business dealings that he wants to do in the United States, and he would be precluded from it if he does not have that pardon. And maybe that could be a reason why, but I don't know. Not really sure. Back to Flavio. Flavio, that actually is not a bad idea to have that kind of thing. But like I said, you would need to understand which country you're going to do it in and go from there. Now, it would be interesting to me if it was kind of universal, where you have a country and then you just keep adding countries based on the model that they have, right? Some countries you can have a mortgage, some countries you're not. So it really depends on what kind of model they have. And then you can do something like that. And then what you would want to do is you would want to have information. Thank you so much, Leroy. We're trying so hard. I know I've been teasing you guys for a really long time. I'm really upset actually because Hutanic, Paula, they didn't get their emails. AC Power didn't get their emails. And so I'm really upset about that. But we were just rushing today and we wanted to make sure that everything was getting out, and we just didn't get it out. My guy had to, go take care of his family. So, it's end of day. So we'll get to it tomorrow morning. Joaquin is on. I have to ask Joaquin if he's actually logged in, to see everything, or if he hasn't, because I know he hopped on first. I know a couple of other people hopped on first, but they hopped on before the menu was there. And so they might not have known where to go or anything else. So hopefully they log in again and they see where they can go. They see what they can read. Also, we'll be having a regularly updated service here that you'll see all the articles just roll in the same way you do on the other site. So we just need to sync everything up. And once everything's synced and we have everything polished, we'll bring down the other site and move this one into production. This is the brand new site. And we're trying to, and so the DMs, like private conversations between, two people, that can happen. So we have things that are there. We just haven't turned them on because we want to finish internal testing. If a big bagger is speaking in live feed, it should automatically post on big bagger feed. No, no, that's not what we have right now. No, you're okay. You're thinking of a live feed. That's not what we have right now. We do not currently have a feed that's tied to the live shows, to any of the shows. What you're seeing are two different feeds. One feed, a general feed that's out there, and a second feed only for big baggers, meaning that's the big bagger group. So it's not really a feed. It's really just the big bagger group. Right? And so that's why you're seeing a difference. There is a company that is teaching realtors how to show houses using VR. Yup. It's actually not new. When I was younger, we used to do flybys inside real estate. At first, we would take the architectural plans and we'd walk you through new home developments using 3D. Now you can actually do the same thing. There's a company that has a huge warehouse space that puts your house on the floor, hands you a VR set, and you literally walk through the house on their floor. There are now other devices like in Ready Player One, where you kind of strap into this device and you walk on it. You're not actually moving around the room, but you're moving in VR. And so it makes it more easy so that I can actually show you a house right there, and 5 feet away, here's another person looking at another house. That's really where it's going. And it's big business. It's going to be a huge business. So yeah, it's crazy interesting. Being a principal in the Metaverse Standards Forum makes it easy for me to see that kind of stuff and learn about what's going on. We actually make decisions on how things are going to be interoperable and make suggestions on how all that works. It's not just my company, but it's like NVIDIA, it's like Meta. We're working with really big companies, in the Metaverse Standards Forum. It's kind of cool. It's kind of a lot of fun. I didn't join just to say that we're there. I joined to, one, learn and give back. So it's really cool that we're able to do both in that forum. It's actually outstanding. So Rick Ritchie, do you understand what I'm saying? There's the normal feed, like when you go to YouTube, like when you go to Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, there's a regular feed. And then there are these private groups. And the first private group is the big baggers. So when you post to the big baggers, that's it. You're posting to the big baggers group. We have not turned on for public viewing the page that would actually show the live shows or any of the shows where you're posting and you can actually see it, right? While you're posting and watching the show, everybody would see that feed. That's a feature that we already have. We just have not turned it on yet. We'd like to finish testing everything else and then turn that on. So each show would have its own page. At the top of the show, you'll have the feed. At the bottom of the page, you'll have the previous shows. Sound cool? Rick Ritchie, you still there? Did I lose you? Just wondering, asking for a friend. So yeah, there's a lot going on. I know I wasn't supposed to take this time to like talk about, all the stuff that we have going on the site, but we have a lot of big baggers here that are actually hopping on. For the big baggers, here's a question for you. Let me know if you think we should have another meeting where we can actually walk through what we're doing on the site. We could actually all log in and we can see each other do stuff, like make posts and stuff like that. And we can talk about the kind of things that we want. If you want that, let me know, and I can create a separate meeting for it. Whew, that's a lot. That's a lot. The only other thing that truly interested me today, beyond the PPI numbers, the producer price index numbers, was that Senate bill about the Genius Act. And it was because it's bipartisan, and it's because Tether is excited about it. Those are two really big things. Those are two really, really big things. So I'm just wondering, like, how does that work? You know what I mean? Like, what's in it? So I'm literally going to have to sit down, go see if I can find the Genius Act and go through it to see, well, what's in it? What's in it that could possibly make Tether happy, right? So I don't know. It's a big deal. Oops. There you go. So there's a lot going on. There's a heck of a lot going on. There was something else I wanted to talk about. EU banking regulator is seeking public feedback on a shift in anti-money laundering rules. That's interesting, right? That's very interesting. 8 says yes. We should have a private show. I'd like to know from the other big baggers if we should have a private show, not a private show, but a private meeting about it, so the big baggers can see what's going on. Hutanic, Paula, AC Power, we should have you all up and running tomorrow, right? It's just a matter of sending you the verification email, having you walk through the verification steps. One of the things that we were testing is the verification process. We now know it works because we have several people that are on there. I was hoping that you guys would be a part of that test. But we'll take care of it. That means that we missed something, right? We were trying to automate the process because we still have a whole bunch of regular members that we have to, put onto the site. So there's stuff, but you guys, all the big baggers are supposed to go at once, like boom. So we're still working out the kinks. So I apologize for not having you guys on there just yet. What else is there? That's it. That's the big news that I was paying attention to. That's what I was paying attention to. So that's it. So I don't know. That X account hack again troubles me. The fact that it's always them. So I used to, it's been a long time since I trusted anything on X. There are a couple of people who I trust on X. The problem is that it's not the people that I have a problem with. It's the fact that X accounts get hacked left and right. So when I go to their accounts and I go look at something like Eric Baucus, or Backhouse, I think it's Backhouse. When I go look at his account, how am I to know that his account didn't get hacked? These scams are looking like ridiculously real. They're not. So some of these scammers are, hacking accounts and putting information out there that is not so far out there sometimes. So it looks real. And you're kind of like, well, is can I trust that post? And the thing that I like about Eric and his colleagues is that what they're doing is they're saying, oh, I made a comment where I work, Bloomberg, in this case, and I can post an image of that here. And that way you can see, okay, that's where I can put the link there and you can go see it. So remember I said I don't like clicking links? That's one of the reasons why. Because that happens all the time. And so I'm looking at this and I'm just going, so where can I go to trust anything? And it sucks. I can tell you that. It sucks. Because I have yet to receive a link from certain people that hasn't been worth my while. Right? But I don't click the link. I try to find out what it is that you're looking for. And when I see a hack like this, that's when I point to people and I go, you see? I mean, if you get a job at a bank, one of the things that you get tested on constantly are phishing attacks. Somebody sending you an email with a link in it looks crazy real. I mean, these people are being devious. That some of them are leveraging AI to create realistic looking messages. And you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah. All right, yeah, click. And then you're hosed. It's not hard to trick people into clicking. And clicking from a bank to go out. Ooh. Wow. So yeah, it's becoming more dangerous. It's becoming more dangerous. And that's why I'm like, yeah, we all must be a little bit careful. It's like the other day I was even saying, every aspect of investment must be checked. I don't care if you've got $3. I don't care if you have 3 million. I don't care if you have 300 million. Every aspect of investment must be checked because people are going out of their way to steal your money, to steal your value. So doing your own research, finding news, verifying that news, all that stuff. Not clicking things that you're not sure of. You find a coin, you think it's a really good coin, and then you can't see where you can buy that coin. Stay away from that coin. I see a whole bunch of news articles about coins, and I just sit there and I just kind of go, what's that about? I saw news articles about coins that didn't even exist. Like they were still ideas about a coin. They haven't even dropped yet, but they're talking about it as if it was already out there. And I'm kind of like, yeah, we're going to have to be a lot more careful. AI makes it a lot easier to try to go after your funds, to try to go after your value, after your bags. So when we launched GMB TV, the first thing out of Mr. Big's mouth was, what's your contract number? Because he wanted to make sure that he's going to look at the right thing. Because there is a GMB token. That's why we have GMB TV, because I wanted to make sure that we have something unique and like to protect the name, and we have the contract so that when you look at it, you go, oh, okay, I know who they are. And when you see the write-up, it's all going to the right place. There's like a whole lot just to see if something is legit. I mean, look at what I reported earlier today. You have, prosecutors in Argentina talking about they want to go arrest Hayden Davis. And, because they're like, well, this is a rug pull, whatever. And I'm like, yeah. How many Libras are there? How many copycats are there? Which contract is his? Was it his? I mean, he says he was involved. And you're kind of like, wow, to no end will they not go after your money? They'll do whatever it takes. That's a hit job out there. Now, about Hayden Davis, I have a question. I asked this question before. What did he do? What law did he break? Somebody posted he broke law A41.77, and I'm like, what is that? I tried looking up, no such thing. Shocking. What law did Hayden Davis break that Argentina feels that they should issue, that Interpol should issue a red notice for this guy? Did you just make up a law? Because if you just made one up, yeah, no red notice. But I'm dying to know what did he do? What did he do? Was it a rug pull? I mean, was it actually a rug pull? I don't know that it was actually a rug pull. I think that they got in trouble for holding it directly, and that he was passing money to the guy's sister. So it is shady, and maybe for the politician there's something wrong. I want to know what Hayden did. Maybe it's the idea that he was paying his sister. But isn't it funny that we're having a conversation about the highest level politician in a given country that launched a meme coin, and people are wondering if it's a rug pull, and they're calling for locking of the assets and all that other good stuff. Because I travel a lot, I do get fraud alert texts from my bank. Yep. Instead of clicking the link in the text, I call the bank to verify the transaction. Yep. So imagine, just everywhere we turn, there's an opportunity for fraud. Dealing with your bank. If you have one of those passes that gets you through tolls, that's one of the latest text messages that you'll receive. You didn't pay your toll bill. I giggled when I got my first text about that, because I'm like, I don't get a bill. I have an account. There's no such thing. So I just click junk, and you click junk on certain phones, and it'll send a note to block them. And I'm like, yeah, just block that for me. Click. But there's a lot. So when I tell you guys to invest in yourselves and do the research, this is one of the reasons why I ask you to do the research. It's because there are things that you'll start to see, that you start to notice, that you're like, oh, that's a scam. And they're really long game scams sometimes. I saw a scam, and it took them a month before they actually executed on the scam. Up until then, they were just marketing. That's all they were doing. They were just marketing. And then, boom, then the scam hits. That's what I'm talking about. I look to the HTML source of emails and verify the domain. You can't do that. Don't do that. You want to know why? If I change the language, if I use, I think it's Cyrillic, some of the letters are not the letters that you think they are in that language. So it'll look like the actual domain. Don't do that. A slick trick could be go to the domain, like the domain, like think Yahoo, right? Yahoo / whatever. Do that. Type it in manually up to that point, and then paste in the rest of it and see if that works. It's not foolproof, but it is a way to double check. It's tough. It's tough. Now you know why I'm like really, really touchy about that subject. I told you, I know somebody who's incredibly wealthy, and he does regular transactions in the very high 6-figure range. And there was a transaction that looked like a real transaction. And if not for somebody at the bank who just had a funny feeling making a phone call, they would have walked away with $250,000. I know, because my team was there cleaning out all of the machines in their offices and in their homes. It's no joke. So when I look at X getting hacked all the time and fake news being put out there on some of these platforms, especially on hacked accounts, I sit there and I just go, yeah, please be careful. Verify. Turtle Bitcoin put it out there earlier. Turtle Bitcoin was like, don't trust, verify. The term is really trust but verify. Turtle Bitcoin wasn't having it. It's don't trust, verify. Yeah. It's coming to that. What was it? Actually, that's what happened to Bybit. Bybit was an intricate thing. What I really like about Bybit is the fact that they were transparent about it every step of the way. And now OKX is being investigated for alleged involvement in the laundering of $100 million of that hack. They're denying it. And I asked the question this morning, are they being accused of directly laundering, or was their platform used for laundering? And that would be interesting. Like, how would that happen? Like, did some of it come in and then go out? That wouldn't be their fault. Or did they receive directly and then it went out? That's what I'm wondering. Because I think they said that they've cleared 500 million, something like that. So yeah, fraud is a very big deal. Fraud is a very big deal. And like I said, I get emails all the time from people that I trust. And I mean trust. But cleaning out clients' computers, the email that he got, that one person got, the email looked like it was internal, but it wasn't. You ever get those email administrator emails? I got one for my company and I laughed my butt off because we don't have an email administrator. We don't have one of those. Our systems are managed by freaking Microsoft. We don't have that problem. Any one of us can go in. We're all admins. Any one of us can go in and set up an email address and clean up email, do that kind of stuff. All of us. But everybody's been with me for like a decade minimum. Wow. I don't have any new employees. That's a problem. So yeah, I'm very wary. And then we've had 2 people within the Grow My Bag community that I know for sure that got caught out there with a couple of scams. So yeah, be careful when you do your own research. When you're doing your research, like I said, you will start to see things. You'll start to notice things. Is there a way to put a notification on? No, that's not there yet. That's not there yet. We'll be turning on notifications so that if you make a post and somebody replies, you'd get a notification. You get a notification on the site, and maybe we'll send you an email. We haven't figured out which one we want to do yet. When we launch the app, you'll just get a notification in the app. And if you're actually on and looking at it, you'd get a notification there as well. So that's what we're working on. Actually, we have it. We just haven't turned it on. Again, we want to turn things on that we're at least semi-sure about. Right? And we want to finish testing. So everything goes in a line. Everything goes down the line. And we test this. Okay, cool. Test this. Okay, cool. Test this. Okay, cool. So it's going like that. So even regular features that you would think of, well, you should be able to reply to a reply. Yes. But our service, you can reply infinitely. So we've got to turn it off at that second level, right? I can reply to a reply. We're trying to make it so that's right there. Stops there. So there's stuff. I don't even know if there's certain features that we've considered that, we worked on, developed, they're there, and we're like, yeah, no, we shouldn't do that. A lot goes into this. A lot goes into building out a new platform. A hell of a lot. You can delete your posts. You can delete your replies. We have not turned on your ability to edit those replies yet. At some point, we will. We're not going to hold out. We actually will. There are platforms out there that won't let you do it, but we know we are. So there's stuff. There's stuff. But Rick Ritchie, keep it coming. I'm really ticked off because Hutanic's not on there. It's really bothering me. Because I know you two would have like crazy conversations and come out with like crazy questions about, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? So yeah, well, we're getting there. We're getting there. And like I said, we have DMs. We just haven't turned it on yet. Right? If you notice, there's no real way for you to get to your admin. It would show up there that you could go to your private messages, like in that toolbar. You'd be able to see that. So yeah, there's stuff that we have that we just have not turned on yet. We're getting there. We're absolutely getting there. Right now we have 15 votes. Did CZ try to get a pardon by selling a piece of Binance.us? Hutanic, where were you? I want to know, did you say yes, no, or what? Dying to know that because I actually wanted to talk to you about it. And Paula, how did you vote on that? Curious. Very curious. Right now it's 15 votes. 73% said yes. Only 7% said no. And 20% said what? Yeah. I think it's possible. I think even if I put the chances at less than 50%, there's still a possibility. And Wall Street Journal is saying, yeah, well, yeah, they believe so. And CZ's having to run around saying, no, 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 no. And I'm kind of like, well, where there's smoke. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you like what we're doing. I hope you like where we're going. I only heard from two big baggers that actually want to have a separate meeting about it. I want to hear from other big baggers that they want to have a separate meeting about everything that's going on the site. If a big bagger posts on the general feed, it should automatically, no, it should not. It should absolutely not. It should absolutely not. And the reason why is because it's unnecessary work. If you wanted to say something to big baggers only, then you post it there. Just because you post over here doesn't mean we should inundate everybody over here. Think about what I'm talking about. You make a general post, a general statement, a conversation is already going on over here. Right? You reply to something, it would automatically be where you replied. It's a lot. Wow. So Rick Ritchie is a yes. AC Power is a yes. Leroy is a yes. 8 Paws is a yes. Paula is a yes. I think I need 2 more people. 8 Paws. I think I said 8 Paws already. I need 2 more people to say yes to be able to do it. I need 2 more people. But it sounds like I have to do it. What do I have going on this Sunday? AC Power and Hutanic, what are you thinking? Yes, no, maybe so. Because kind of need 2 more votes to like get over the hump on that one. All right, so there's a post check. So Leroy, do you understand what I mean by if you're posting in a spot, you should know where you're posting, because you might have replied over here to somebody. If you make a post in the general space, it's a general comment. It shouldn't post over here because you've now opened that up to everybody, and that would mean that everybody's responses would be over in the big bagger area, and that's already separated and distinct from everybody else. You can only see that. You can only get there if you're a big bagger. Well, technically you can get there, but you won't see anything. If you're not a big bagger, you'll just get an ad, or you're going to wind up getting an ad that says join the big baggers, and you'll be able to join in on the conversation. So yeah, it's a influx of stuff. Wife talking to me, I did not hear. No, you heard what you were supposed to hear, and that was the wife. I'm going to say it like that. I'm going to save you. Should we have a meeting about the website for big baggers? specifically. But so far, you guys, Rick Ritchie's come out with a couple of suggestions. We actually thought about that. We thought about when we publish articles, should you know how you post an article and it comes out. So Leroy is a yes. Yeah, but you already said yes. You can't vote twice. What do you think this is, man? Can't be double dipping. AC Power, but AC Power is a yes. Okay, need one more. So yeah, it creates too much traffic and the wrong traffic on either side. Because a big bagger's response over here for that post might be different than in public. So, yeah. Lex Luthor says yes. Fine. I'll figure out a time and I'll put it together. So that does that. Everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, I'm just giving you what you need. You got jokes. You got jokes. Lucky this show is over or else you'd be going to the corner. You know what? I should save it. I should save it and send you to the corner on the very next show. As soon as you show up, just go to the corner. But yeah, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. Hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, hit the like button. Tell your friends about us. We got a lot of things going on. The big baggers can see what we've got going on. And pretty soon, once you become a member, you'll be able to see what we've got going on. We've got feed. We've got the articles. We've got the big bagger group. We're talking to a couple of other people about starting groups on Grow My Bag. The only thing we're working on right now is not the only thing, but one of the things that we're working on right now is how to show the knowledge base. We've got a knowledge base of about 1,100 financial terms that we think would be helpful to everybody, and we're trying to figure out, should we do that for everybody or just whatever. So I'll have that discussion with the big baggers and we'll see what the story is with that. But everybody, thank you so much for hopping on. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. And as always, thank you for your trust. For the big baggers that have not received an email, you will receive an email. I mean, it's a little late. You'll receive an email tomorrow. That'll be the first thing that I work on. Yeah, that's it. That's what we've got. So everybody, thank you so much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.